Hello and welcome to another one of my videos. Today I will be talking to you about the Seven of Wands. And we can see this card here. Immediately we see the similarities with the Six of Wands. So I think we can begin by comparing these two cards. And we can see we have these wands here. They look a bit different. And here we had our perfect balance and harmony, but this is being attacked now by this wand in the middle that looks more like a club or a branch. And we see that the wands are much closer together than they were here. So this is kind of like a defensive position, a defensive arrangement of these wands. And we can also see that the lotus flower on top of this wand is closed, but it was open here. So here we had harmony and everything was relaxed, but now we have to defend ourselves from something. Also, if you remember, there are no hooks at the ends of these wands, and we have the red hook at the end of the Phoenix wand, and there's also red top of the Caduceus wand, and in the six it was like blue turquoise color. The background changes as well. Here we had the purple of Yesod, but it was really light and pastel purple. Here it's also associated with Yesod, but it's much darker, like it's very intense. Like we immediately see in this card that it's like the clouds have gathered, there is some danger here and we are out of the harmony and out of balance. Of course, the red elements in this card are associated with Mars because this card is Mars in Leo. And this is another clue to the interpretation of the card because those two sigils are off center. Usually in the Thoth deck we have the sigils of a planet and a sign in the middle of the card. But here we can see that we have been thrown off balance by the attack of this force in the middle. I don't know if you can see in the video, but there are 10 sections here in this middle club. It's divided into 10 different bits. So 10, of course, is a reference to the 10th Sephira of Malkuth, which is our manifested world. And there's also a quote from the book of Thoth that can give us some insight. It says, "In front is a large, crude, uneven club, the first weapon to hand, evidently unsatisfactory in ordered combat." So this is our clue to discovering that we can actually win this fight. So there is a fight here, there is an imbalance, we are being attacked, but this is us, so we are still somewhat in balance, and our balance and harmony is being attacked by this primal and crude force. So if we are able to maintain our balance or to regain it somehow, we will be victorious in this battle. As I mentioned, this card is Mars in Leo, so the two major arcana cards that it's associated with are the Tower and Lust. So you can see that the Tower, this is the force of Mars. This is the chaotic and primal force that is attacking our integrity. And if we want to get to where we are in the Lust card, so we are achieving everything that we are desiring, we need to fight this battle. If we have a look at these flames here, we can see that they are very chaotic, they're not symmetrical, and there's a lot of red in them, which is of course the influence of Mars. If we compare them with the ones from the six, we had 9 flames here that were very harmonious and very calm. And here it looks like each of those flames have been split into 4. So we get 36 in total. And Aleister Crowley in the Book of Thoth says about this, the flames are dispersed and seem to attack in all directions without systematic purpose. So this crude and primal force has introduced some chaos into the mix, and that's why the flames have been dispersed. 36 is also a very important number in Kabbalah. For example, we have 36 righteous men. And this is an idea that at any given time in the world, we have 36 people that are very good. And because of their good deeds, the world is basically allowed to continue. So it's like by their existence and because of all of the good that they do for the world, we can continue and the world still has a purpose and it all matters. And if we lost them, then the world will be lost as well. And I think this card is calling on us to be one of those 36 righteous men or righteous people and show those qualities in the world. So this is our way of withstanding the chaos. So if we are good, then we can win this battle. We will have our integrity and harmony that will allow us to persevere. This card is connected with the 7th Sephirah of Netzah. So we are here, and Netzah, Hod, and Yesod are the astral triangle. So this is the last triangle on the tree of life, and we are getting closer and closer to our final manifestation of Malkuth. On the decan wheel, we are in the last decan of Leo here. And after this card, we will be jumping to another fire sign, Sagittarius. You might think that the energies of Leo and Mars would be very complementary because they both have a lot of fire, but it's a different type of fire, we can say. Mars rules the sign of Aries, which is cardinal fire. And Aries is more really instinctive and spontaneous and is acting very quickly. It's like acting before thinking. It does not have the staying power though. And Leo is more about the consistency. It's more reliable. So Leo wants to accomplish things that will be there for the longer term. And Mars just ignites this animal instinct in Leo because Leo has this element of like a very primal instinct, like a beast. And Mars can ignite this, and this is why we get the imbalance. So Leo is ruled by the Sun, and Sun is a lot more stable than Mars. Mars is quite volatile, and that's why together with Leo, it creates a lot of chaos, as we can see in this card. The last quote from the book of Thoth that I wanted to share with you is, "The army has been thrown into disorder. If victory is to be won, it will be by dint of individual valor, a soldier's battle." So we can see that even though we might have some sort of order and harmony here, and we might have our strategy in place, we might be planning something, the outcome of this battle will actually be decided by who has the most endurance. So it's basically just our grit that will get us through this situation. And this is, of course, associated with how we interpret this card in readings. So valor, this word was always, to me, associated with knights and soldiers. So there is going to be a battle if you see this card in your reading. And it can mean, for example, fighting for what you believe in. Maybe there's an opposition. Maybe there are people around you that do not accept you or what you believe in, who you are. And this just means that there's gonna be a battle and you have to endure this. Like, you have to fight for yourself, you have to defend your beliefs. You cannot let other people dictate who you are supposed to be. And of course, this can be a situation in a relationship when your partner is not supporting you, there are constant problems, and like, you need to sometimes in a very bad relationship or in a toxic relationship, it can be the case that you are basically just fighting for yourself with someone who's there like all of the time. And this card also tells you that you cannot please everyone, because sometimes it is just this primal, brutal force that you are dealing with. And it might be someone else's problems, it might be your partner's subconscious problems, and they might be going through difficult things themselves, and just taking it out on you. And you just have to understand, you cannot please everyone. Being a good person doesn't mean that you have to endure everything. It means that you need to do good things in the world. But to do good things, you need to feel good as well. So if you are feeling horrible and if you are spending like a lot of your energy on constantly trying to prove yourself to someone, then you won't be able to help a lot of people. You first need to be in a good place yourself so that you can share this with others and you can be one of the 36 righteous people in the world that keep us all alive. So this is the gist of the card. I feel that you have the energy and you have the strength to withstand all of this, and you can get through this. You can fight your way out, but just think about it this way, if it's really worth it. This card can also mean fighting with your subconscious, and this can be symbolized by the club in the middle. This is like the crude primal force of your instincts. And your instincts are not always right, and they don't always work with you. Sometimes they are very much against you, and this can just mean that you need to resolve your issues so that you can regain your harmony. It also means being tested to your limits. So you have the courage and the strength to fight off all of those challenges, to face everything that is thrown at you. You do have this strength in you. Like, this card tells you that you can win this situation, like you can endure this. But sometimes you might decide that you are spending too much energy on this because you're tested to your limits, so you will lose a lot of energy in this fight. If this is, for example, a workplace situation, you might decide to step away and just like find a different job or start your own business. Just choose a different option. You definitely, in this card, you have the power to succeed, but it's going to cost you a lot. So if it's not worth it, maybe it's better to just let go and choose a different path. Thank you so much for today. I hope you liked the video. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you very soon in my next video about the Eight of Wands. Thank you, bye! We can also compare the flames on the two cards. Here you can see that the flames are very chaotic, and there's my cat saying hello. Hello, cat. What would you like to tell us. Would you like to help? Thank you.